Yeah, I know that his passing was sudden and unexpected. So, but there was, I'm trying to figure out what order we want to tell this in, because even before he passed, I know that Sal had the Lewy body dementia, and you had an experience before Matthew passed that I don't think you thought at the time foreshadowed it, but it seems like it might have.
Right. About a month before Matthew had passed, Sal had a neurology appointment down in the Phoenix area. Matthew was living down in Phoenix, renovating a home we had bought and working a what is it, a construction project. He had a day off. Same day I had to take Sal down for the neurology appointment. So when we exited the doctor's office, Matt was out in the parking lot and said, "Hey, I surprised you. Ha ha. Let's go for lunch." So we went to lunch, had a very nice time. Matthew asked if we would stop by the house where he was staying to pick up a few things. So it was on our way home. On the way over to the house, we'd go down Camelback Road. If you're familiar with Phoenix, we turn north on 23rd Avenue. It's a small residential feeder street in the Phoenix area, not that busy. We're
Hmm.
driving up 23rd. Matthew's house is just off 23rd Avenue. Before we got to, a few blocks away from the house, Sal starts freaking out. Now, this was not unusual for him because of Lewy body dementia. He would sometimes go into periods of paranoia and hallucinating. I'd had experiences before where I'm driving and he's afraid I'm kidnapping him and he'd try to escape from the car. But on this day, he seemed fine until we drove up that street and got closer to that house. He started freaking out on me and was moving his foot as if to hit the brake and saying, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." I stopped. I then pulled over, said, "What's wrong?" "He's going to get hit. He's going to get hit. Somebody's going to get killed." I don't know where that came from because there's nobody in the street.
Hmm.
There's hardly any traffic whatsoever. It is a residential area. Sal was insistent not to continue on that road. So I flipped the car around, did not go to Matthew's house, hit the freeway, and brought Sal home. Weeks later, when I'm reviewing what had happened that day, it just surprised me because that street that we were driving on, that location where Sal started freaking out and I pulled over, was like 2 blocks away from where Matthew actually crossed and he got hit by a car. So was that a premonition? Somehow Sal's mind was out there in a future point. I'm sure of it. He foresaw something. He just wasn't real clear in his head as to what that something was. There were no details. He just knew something bad was going to happen in that location.
Yeah, I when I read that in your book, and I've known you for years, but I didn't know that story. I was just like, that just blew me away.